These are the Adidas Yeezy 700 V3 Alvah, and we're gonna be doing another detailed review on these sneakers. So let's go! What's up LNS fam, Manuel here and welcome to another video of Lifestyles and Sneakers. As mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing a detailed review of these sneakers. These are the Adidas Yeezy 700 V3 Alvah. But before we proceed with the video, if you're new here to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do us a favor by clicking the subscribe button down below. This channel is all about sneakers, and anything we can connect to it. We do a lot of sneaker reviews, a lot of sneaker unboxing, and we always visit sneaker shops and outlets to check out the latest sneakers that are available and of course, all the sneakers that are on sale. Now going back to these sneakers, take a look at this, guys. Let me just put it a little bit closer to you. Isn't it really beautiful? Just like a work of art. I love how they made these sneakers. I like where Yeezy and Kanye are going with the sneakers that they've been doing. I love the new silhouettes that they have been releasing, like the 380s, the Yeezy basketballs, and of course this one, the Yeezy 700 V3. Now this sneakers is currently being released this weekend and the retail price of this sneakers is at $200 US. However, it's gonna be very difficult to purchase a pair of these on retail because first of all, I'm sure this is gonna be a very limited release, and second, for sure there will be a lot of demand for these sneakers. That's why I was only able to purchase these sneakers on resale. I'm not usually a fan of black sneakers, especially a black upper and black midsole and outsole. However, for this one, since it's not a totally triple black sneakers, I kind of like it. In fact, amongst all the black Yeezys that they have been releasing, I think this one is my favorite. I'm sure not all of you dig these sneakers. However, for me, I like this better than the 350s and the other 700s. But comparing the black V3 version to the other 700s, like the V1, I think they released the utility black, and then for the V2 it's the Vanta. It's not totally all black, but that is the black sneakers from the V1 and the V2. And if you compare those two against these sneakers, this definitely wins it. Now, just like our other sneaker reviews, we're going to be starting off with the materials they use, especially on the upper. So the upper is made out of this monofilament engineered mesh. Now, I know it sounds a little bit more technical, but basically they're only using one type of fabric for the upper of these sneakers. So this monofilament mesh material is on this area. This one, this one, this one. So basically that's it. And also on this side, the front of the palm. I know it sounds too technical, but basically the monofilament mesh is the base, which is this part, and this part. Now, just like our previous Yeezy 700s, they also has this horn-shaped thing on the toe, which is this one. But this time, instead of suede material, they changed the material that they use for this Yeezy 700 V3 to a rubber material, which is this one. I kind of like it that they changed it to rubber because it's kind of difficult to maintain the Yeezy 700 V1 and V2 because of the suede material. It's very difficult to clean suede, especially if you always use it. But with this one, it's very easy. You just need to get some wipes and wipe it off. Now, on top of the monofilament mesh, you have an RPU overlay or the RPU cage, which is this one, the black one. And the good thing about that RPU cage is that it glows in the dark. Yes, it glows in the dark and it makes it really better. I'm not sure if all the RPU cage will be glow in the dark on all the Yeezy 700 V3s that they will be releasing, But as far as I know, this Alvah, the Yeezy 700 V3 Alvah, and the Yeezy 700 V3 Azael glows in the dark. Now this sneakers has a sock-like or a booty construction. That's why it doesn't really have a tongue, but this one serves as the tongue, as you can see, this part. And the tongue is also made out of mesh material. Now on the sock liner, which is on the inside of the sneakers, it's actually made out of neoprene material. Now on the bottom part of the upper of the sneakers, this black area, and over here on the medial side, this is actually made out of mesh material, a see-through mesh material, which makes these sneakers very, very breathable compared to the V1 and the V2 or the Yeezy 700 V1 or V2s. Now I showed you earlier the sock liner, right? This area. Now as you can see, the hole or the entry point of the sneakers is very, very narrow. So if you have narrow feet, then good for you. All you need to do is just stretch it a little bit and slide your foot in. However, if you have big feet or chunky feet, then I think you're gonna have a hard time wearing these sneakers because it's gonna be difficult to fit in your foot inside this hole. The insole of the sneakers is just your typical 700 insoles, which is ortholite material or ortholite insoles. Now the laces of the sneakers is just your typical thick rope laces over here, and on the bottom there's another signature detail of the 700 V3, and that is the reflective material towards the end of the tongue. It's on both sides, so the Azael has that also, and of course this Alvah. So I'm not sure if the upcoming V3s that they will be releasing will also have that trim reflective or the reflective material, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be there because that's, as mentioned, it's a signature of the Yeezy 700 V3. Now let's move on to the midsole. As you probably know, this sneakers doesn't have boost. It has a polyurethane encapsulated EVA foam inside the sneakers, which you can see in the bottom of the sneakers. This yellow part scattered around the midsole is actually the replacement of the boost, which is the polyurethane encapsulated EVA. Now the casing of the EVA is just plain rubber, which is more firm than the 380s, but it's a little bit softer than the previous 700 V1 and V2s. Moving on to the outsole of the sneakers, as I've shown you earlier, as you can see, it's sort of the same as the Yeezy 700 V1 and V2. However, they added more cutouts to showcase the technology that they use for the sneakers. So before, I think it's less than 10, and now you have 10 cutouts underneath. And of course, it also has the usual herringbone pattern that the Yeezy 700 V1 and V2 also has. The retail price of these sneakers is $200 US. Yes, it is $100 US more cheaper than your usual 700 sneakers. Now, why do you think it's more cheaper? Well, the answer is that they actually deducted a lot of materials that they normally use on a 700. For example, suede material. You won't see any suede material over here. The next material that is missing, leather material. You won't see any leather material that are used on these sneakers, the Yeezy 700 V3s. Well, basically, the materials that they use on the sneakers is very, very cheap. And to add to that, the EVA foam is actually more cheaper than the Boost technology. And that's why this sneakers is more cheaper. However, the resale price of this sneakers is a little bit more higher than the normal 700s that was released earlier. I'm not sure why, probably because of the limited quantities that they have been releasing. Like for the Yeezy 700 V3 Azael, it's about $500 US on my size or more, and this one it's sort of almost the same, $400 to $500 US. Now I don't know if after the release this weekend if the price of these sneakers will dive down. However, I think the price of these sneakers will definitely don't go below the retail price. As for comfort, I didn't really feel much difference between these sneakers, the Yeezy 700 V3 compared to the Yeezy 700 V1 and V2. I felt like it's almost the same, even though this one doesn't have boost. However, these sneakers are more snug compared to the other 700s, the Yeezy 700 V1 and the V2. Regarding the sizing, since this sneakers is very snug, if you have narrow feet, you can get away with it. However, if you have chunky feet or wide feet, then I would suggest to get at least a half size or even a full size up. Just to give you an idea, I'm normally a size 10. And for all my Yeezys, I always buy size 10. And even my Azael, I also bought a size 10. But it's a little bit too snug for me. That's why when I bought this pair, I actually got a half size, at least a half size up. And I think this should be good for me. I haven't worn this yet, but don't worry because I'll be doing an on-feet review of these sneakers. And I will tell you if the 0.5 that I added to the size of this makes it much better. Apart from that, I'm also gonna be doing another video to compare these versus the Yeezy 700 V3 Azael on feet, just like I did on the Yeezy 380 Mist and Alien. Overall, I love these sneakers. I love the colorway. I like the design of these sneakers. But I would love to know your opinion on these sneakers because, of course, everyone has his own opinion and I would love to hear your comment on these sneakers. So please do so on the comment section down below. Well guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed another sneaker review from us, from Lifestyles and Sneakers. And I do hope you learned something about these sneakers because there's a lot of things new to these sneakers that aren't there on the previous Yeezys that they have been releasing. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please press the thumbs up button down below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please press the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Follow us on all our social media accounts. Till next time.